Hello friend, welcome back to Auto Resource YouTube channel. I have here for you 2006 Nissan Frontier and it came for automatic transmission fluid flush. If you want to see how I will deal with it, stay with me in this video. And I will start with locating that automatic transmission fluid dipstick, right? So here if we look, this is engine dipstick and engine filler, so it should be on the other side, right? And what you will discover here, that Nissan provided us with the dipstick tube, which is capped. I changed the light, so hopefully you will be able to see it better. You see that? And there is a 10mm screw holding that cover down. So I will go ahead and remove that. So I will carefully remove that. Here you can see that screw, it's very small, right? That was holding down that top of the dipstick. And because doing so, I should be able carefully, nicely to pull that dipstick out, right? I'm wiping it off while I'm pulling it, so I don't want to have a mess anywhere. And I will show you the dipstick itself. So it says Nissan Matic Fluid J. I believe J was discontinued in past. Right now you need a S. Right? J is not being produced anymore. This is the dipstick and this is the bottom. I will use this and see what's the level while the engine is not running. And in my case, the fluid is touching all the way up here, right? You can see it. I said again, engine not running. The fluid has definitely a lot of contamination. You can see it on the fingers, right? There is like a dark residue in it. It smells normally, I will not say burnt, but definitely this should be flushed today. So I'm going to lift the truck up in the air. And that will give me chance to show you the automatic transmission pan and that draining bolt. So here is the engine side, right? The back side. And the drain bolt, it's right here in the corner on the passenger side. I have my drain pan here, the catching pan, all catching pan ready here. And I have a 19mm socket here. And I'm ready to loosen that bolt, right? Now, because it's against the frame here, I will bring for myself funnel that when the fluid drains, it doesn't spill all over. That funnel hopefully helps me to direct that oil coming out of that pan nicely in that catching pan. Let's see what will happen. Alright, I believe I got that drain plug with the gasket. This is nicely draining and I already see that fluid is nasty. Wait, and I will show you how dirty it is. That's pretty brutal. Now the fluid is coming slowly out, it's slowing down, so I don't have to have that funnel there. And I will definitely take time to drain it properly, right? And not rush this. I want to get as much as possible that fluid out. Now I can show you detail of that drain plug with that copper gasket, which should be always replaced, right, to prevent any leaks. And when the fluid stop flowing out, right, stop dripping, I can reinstall this drain bolt with the new gasket. And I will correctly torque it to the 34 Newton meters, which is, it equals 25 foot-pounds of torque. You heard it? Perfect. Having that done gives me perfect opportunity to show you how that fluid is bad and how bad condition it is. This is really brutal. I'm also greatly wonder how much fluid that drain got out. So I will pour it in my measuring can here and I will share that with you in just a second. And here you can nicely see it with me. Actually, I caught 3.5 quarts with draining this transmission. And now it's time to start filling the tranny with the new fluid. But what fluid belongs there? And I'm doing flush, so I will repeat this procedure multiple times. And that's one of the reasons why I will go with this Valvoline Max Life. If you look on the back, it's recommended for Nissan. Matic J was the previous number for it, right, or designation, but that was superseded by Matic S. So they say this is compatible with it and there should be no problem. I'll be using a lot of it. Nissan fluid costs approximately $15 a quart. It's very expensive. So these are the reasons why I will use this one. If you have a different experience or you know better, please share it with others in comments underneath this video. That's why I make it, to create discussion about these things. The truck is back down. I have my transmission funnel, so I can start filling through that dipstick here, right? Nissan made a dipstick tube a little bit smaller diameter than Toyota, so I switched the funnel to this one, and now I'm finally ready to go. And that's why I measured the volume of that oil, right, to know approximately what am I filling in. Of course, the fine measurement and fine adjustment of the level will be done with the dipstick itself. When you fill the transmissions through the dipstick, always make sure you are pouring it slowly. You don't want to have a spills just because you are in a hurry. You want to pour it fast. The cleanup will cost you a lot of time if it will start overflowing, right? So just preventative measure is be slow with this. So I poured 3.5 quarts through this tube, right? I will push the dipstick all the way in just to recheck for myself. And sure enough, it's touching right here the new fluid. Now look how different it is. You remember? It's basically transparent and you cannot see it, right? There's no residue and so on. This is all new stuff. So I put that dipstick back, right? It's just sitting there without a screw. And because I'm performing flush, I will go ahead, start up the vehicle and go through the gears, right? Ideally, I can also go for a very short test drive, and the purpose of it is mix that old and new fluid together, and I will come back and repeat exactly what I just did. I will drain those 3.5 quarts once again, right? And then I will start my final fill. So let me do that, and I will be with you back when I will be adjusting that final level of the fluid. So I did that flush twice and I came from the test drive. My transmission fluid is hot, the engine is hot, right? And I'm ready for the final adjustment of the automatic transmission fluid level. What I will do, stay away from the moving parts and you pull that dipstick out. So it's coming out and I will wipe it dry, right? I want to have it perfectly dry. Now I'm ready to measure that level. because the fluid's hot, right? There are two areas on bottom of the dipstick. The one which is lower, which is right here, is the cold, and one which is higher is in the hot. And you need to be in the range of that hot. If you are not, it's not a problem. You will be adding a little bit more fluid. But be careful, go in the small increments, because you don't want to overfill it and then getting back under and draining it from there. So rather go slow and always add just a little bit. And I hope you will agree this was fairly easy, mainly because we have the dipstick, right, and dipstick tube, so we have easy access to filling and also measuring. Later on, like Toyota introduced those sealed transmissions, it's way more complicated and painful for the owner to do that. So I hope you enjoy this video. It was helpful to you. Make sure you are subscribed. Have way more coming your way soon. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.